is something coming to West Africa that I have called the Black Winter.
4 months ago, Ibrahim Traoré warned about what he called a Black Winter, a period of instability, conflict, and pressure across the Sahel. Now, with what's happening in Mali, people are starting to ask, was this a prediction? On the 25th of April, Mali went through an unprecedented large-scale attack that claimed the life of the Defense Minister, General Sadio Kamara. With the scale of these events, the Black Winter is here.
Black Winter is coming. It will be a very, very cold winter indeed. A truly bloody winter. A profoundly deadly winter. You might understandably ask me why. Well, let me explain. When we founded the AES Confederation, we felt this cold coming. And every day that God gives us, we strive to find logs to light a fire. A fire that will warm the hearts of Africans, a fire that will warm the minds and the blood of Africans so we can unite around it. We have also made every effort to charge at the wolf, to try to use their skin, to make coats to protect ourselves from the cold of winter. We have strived to build mountains, great mountains, to break the winter wind that would otherwise fall upon our communities. Unfortunately, it must be acknowledged that some Black people are there every day, watering our logs with fresh water so they can't burn. They turn into wolves to make sure that we, the wolf seekers, cannot catch the wolf by surprise. When we want to build our mountains, they break the stones so that we cannot succeed.
When he says there are some Black people that are there every day watering our logs and putting out our fire, he's talking about these local valets of imperialism who support the imperialists to bring down the AES.
So what will become of Pan-Africanism when winter comes? Winter will come because war is spreading to West Africa. The imperialists are doing everything they can to set West Africa ablaze. But from the highest levels of the state to certain segments of the population, either we pretend not to see the danger coming, or we ourselves are complicit in what is about to happen. Chaos could take hold. I said could take hold. A lot of people could die. We will slaughter each other in such a horrific way that during that time, they will be there looting our resources and imposing their will. And those who survive this tragedy will have only two choices. Either unite forever against imperialism or resign themselves to being slaves until they disappear.
When he says they will be looting our resources and imposing their will, this perfectly explains the situation in Mali. The so-called jihadists want to split Mali into four for imperialist agendas, to exploit the resources of Mali and kick out the natives of Mali from their lands, as well as enslaving them.
First, they said in their plan that they would target Mali. And after these specific objectives have been successfully accomplished, the next step is to go back and systematically divide the nation of Mali into four distinct emirates, which are known as the Emirate of Fla and the Azawak Liberation Front. So, to be clear, the Emirate of Azawak, the Emirate of Makina, the Emirate of Timbuktu, and the Emirate of Sermaguma, and please note that is Sermaguma, which is not to be confused with the Sarma region found in Nigeria. It is important to remember that Mali has its own Serma, while Nigeria has a Sarma. Therefore, the Sermaguma of Mali will officially be recognized as the fourth emirate in this specific region. When considering the current situation in Burkina Faso and Niger, for now there will be no immediate plans for any territorial partition, but instead each of these countries will be formally placed under the direct administrative authority of an appointed emir.
And that's not all. At the same time, General Abdurrahmane Chiani also warned about other malicious plans targeting our confederal space. Indeed, the sponsors of mercenaries and other stateless enemies of the Sahel are not only considering partitioning Mali and reconquering Burkina Faso and Niger, but they also intend to carry out cynical projects with a human face.
The mercenaries we are facing will, at first, change their name. They were told to abandon the term global jihad and to soften their brutal methods. How will they do that? By consciously choosing to avoid the brutal practice of beheading those they have labeled as infidels. by refraining from the act of amputating limbs for minor offenses like the crime of simple theft, and by not stoning women or men who have been accused of certain types of deviant behaviors, at least according to their own specific claims and perspective. Back during that specific period of time, the various Western sponsors and international backers decided that if the terrorists could successfully reach this formal agreement, this international convention, they would then begin to call them Islamists. These are Islamists who have deeply reflected on religion in a calculated way, just to make us more easily swallow the bitter pill. And later, they will be called revolutionaries. This is what is happening in many other countries, and our Sahelian region is at the same starting block. This and what I am saying happened, if you remember, in Afghanistan. It happened in Iraq. It happened in Syria. It is happening today at our border in Libya. It is the will to divide us, to destabilize us until the last resistor, and to take over our territories. It is this will that led the West to ally itself with the devil at its core to achieve its objective. We will not allow it, inshallah.
We cannot understand that there are black people in West Africa, here. Pray to God that the terrorists kill black populations. We cannot understand that cowardly heads of state hide behind the media, so-called media, to discourage, insult, and stir up hatred among the people. The individuals who sit on their platforms who, from morning till night every day, spit their toxic venom to stir up hatred between communities are generally very nasty. With their miserable faces, look at them closely. They're there with the eyes of wild fruit flies, spitting venom every day.
This is the part where we focused on too much, not knowing what lies ahead.
Social media, they're there, and there are many of them. Why is it that we, black people, try to cultivate hatred among ourselves, and out of hypocrisy, we call each other brother? We need to be able to tell each other the truth very bluntly, even if it offends. We'll apologize, but we need to wake up. Why are black people often like this? Why can't we truly see impending danger coming, unite effectively, and genuinely warn each other about potential threats? Why do our collective actions sometimes make us face these significant dangers and inherent risks? Is it to tragically decimate ourselves? Others have closed their ears. They pretend not to hear the politics of study. Some peoples are content to remain colonized. They like this domination. If they're not calling on the imperialists, they're saying, come colonize us. We love being your slaves.
The issue is not black people. It's about black people that sell out their own brothers for crumbs, for white and Arab approval. In the face of the Black Winter, the AES is there, more united than ever. This is a war, and one thing is for sure, the AES will win.